Have you ever wondered why you reach for that chocolate bar instead of an apple after a long day? Why you impulsively buy items you don't need? Welcome to the world of decision fatigue. This intriguing phenomenon, nestled within the realm of psychology, demonstrates how our choices are not always as rational as we'd like to believe. Imagine your willpower as a muscle, one that's exercised every time you make a decision. From choosing what to wear in the morning to deciding what to eat for dinner, each decision, no matter how trivial it may seem, takes a toll on this mental muscle. Over the course of a day, this cumulative effect can lead to a state of mental exhaustion known as decision fatigue. As a result, our ability to make rational, beneficial choices can diminish, leading us to fall into the easy traps of impulse and poor judgment. Stay tuned as we delve into how decision fatigue impacts your daily life. Let's turn to a real-life example that demonstrates this phenomenon strikingly. Imagine a scene in a courtroom. You have a judge, a parole board, and an inmate seeking parole. A study conducted in Israel found that the timing of the parole hearing significantly affected the outcome. The judges were more likely to grant parole after they've had a food break such as lunch or a snack. Why? The answer lies in the concept of decision fatigue. As the day goes on, the judge's ability to make informed, rational decisions gradually wanes. Each case they preside over requires them to absorb a wealth of information, weigh the pros and cons, and ultimately make a judgment call. This process is mentally draining. After a while, the judges start to experience decision fatigue. Their brains, running low on energy, begin to opt for the easier choice. In the context of a parole hearing, the easier choice is often to maintain the status quo, which means denying parole. However, after taking a break to eat, the judge's glucose levels are replenished. Their brains get the much-needed boost of energy. Suddenly, they're able to tackle the complex task of decision-making with renewed vigor. They're more open to considering the arguments for parole and more likely to grant it. This study provided compelling evidence of how decision fatigue can affect even the most serious and life-changing decisions. It's not about the merit of the cases or the persuasive skills of the lawyers. It's about the timing of the hearing and the mental state of the judges. Consider the implications of this. It's not just about parole boards. It applies to doctors making diagnoses, CEOs making strategic decisions, parents deciding on their children's upbringing, and so on. Every day, we're all making decisions, big and small. And every day, we're all susceptible to decision fatigue. A fascinating revelation, isn't it? Decision fatigue can impact even the most critical decisions. But decision fatigue doesn't just impact judges in a parole board. It can influence our daily choices too. Take, for example, a fascinating study conducted in a supermarket. Imagine a typical shopping trip. You enter the store with a list in hand, intending to stick to it. But as you wander the aisles, you're bombarded with countless decisions. Should you buy the organic apples or the conventional ones? Which brand of oatmeal do you prefer? Do you need another pack of cookies, or should you resist the temptation? In the study, researchers observed shoppers as they navigated their way through the supermarket. They found that the longer people spent shopping, the more impulsive their decisions became. After a while, those shoppers began to experience decision fatigue. They had made so many choices, their mental energy was depleted, and their ability to make rational, healthy decisions started to falter. Interestingly enough, this phenomenon led to a significant shift in their purchasing habits. Shoppers who were tired from making decisions all day were more likely to make less healthy choices. They were more likely to grab that bag of chips or that box of cookies, rather than the healthier options they might have chosen at the beginning of their shopping trip. It's not that these shoppers didn't care about their health. On the contrary, these were often the same individuals who started their shopping with the best intentions. But the sheer number of decisions they had to make throughout the shopping trip wore them down, leading to less optimal choices by the end. This supermarket study illustrates just how pervasive decision fatigue can be in our daily lives. It's not just about major decisions like parole hearings or business deals. Even our routine tasks like grocery shopping can be influenced by this psychological phenomenon. So, the next time you're at the supermarket, remember to stick to your list and avoid decision fatigue. And remember, the more decisions you make, the more your mental energy drains. So, make your important decisions early, and try to limit the number of choices you have to make as the day goes on. Now that we understand decision fatigue and its impact, the question is, how can we combat it? The first strategy is to reduce the number of choices we're faced with. Ever noticed how some successful people wear the same outfit every day? It's not a lack of fashion sense, it's a conscious strategy to eliminate trivial decisions, freeing up mental energy for more important ones. Next, plan your decisions in advance. If you know you'll be faced with a difficult decision later in the day, take a few moments in the morning to think it through. By doing so, you're using your mental energy at its peak, rather than when it's depleted. Lastly, make your most important decisions early in the day. Our mental energy is like a battery. It starts off fully charged in the morning, but as the day goes on and we make more and more decisions, it gradually drains. By tackling significant decisions first thing, you're using your mental energy when it's at its highest. Remember, it's not about avoiding decisions altogether, but rather managing them effectively. The less time and energy you spend on insignificant choices, the more you'll have for the ones that truly matter. By understanding and managing decision fatigue, you can significantly improve the quality of your choices. This isn't about simplifying your life, but about making it more efficient and focused. And who wouldn't want that? So, decision fatigue can profoundly affect our lives, but we can fight back with knowledge and strategies. Remember, as the day wears on, our choices can get worse due to the strain on our mental resources. Be aware of this, take breaks, simplify choices where you can, and prioritize important decisions for when you're fresh. If you found this video informative and want to learn more about how your brain works, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Brain Secrets. Until next time, keep those decisions sharp and your mind sharper.